Ever wondered what would happen if you stepped onto another planet without a spacesuit? Spoiler alert, it won't be pretty. From instant freezing to being crushed by pressure, each planet has its own way of making sure you don't survive. Let's ditch those Hollywood fantasies and take a terrifying tour of our solar system to see what happens when a human lands on different planets, completely unprotected. Buckle up, space fans, it's going to be a bumpy and very short ride. Alright, let's start with the familiar. Earth is basically the cosmic Goldilocks scenario. Everything's just right. But trust me, as soon as you leave our little blue paradise, things get real. And by real, I mean deadly, in a hurry. So, consider yourselves lucky, Earthlings. Our closest celestial neighbor, the Moon. The Moon has practically zero atmosphere. That means no oxygen for you to breathe, no air pressure to speak of, and absolutely no protection from the relentless radiation bombarding it from space. Imagine stepping out onto the lunar surface without a suit. First, you'd have about 15 seconds before you pass out, either frozen solid on the dark side of the moon, or cooked crispy by the sun on the bright side. It's like a cosmic coin toss, with death as the only outcome. Next up is Mercury, the closest planet to the sun. This place is all about extremes. During the day, the surface temperature can skyrocket to a mind-boggling 800 degrees Fahrenheit. That's hot enough to melt lead, my friends. But wait, there's more. Step into the shadow of a crater or venture to the dark side of Mercury, and you'll experience a whole different kind of extreme. Temperatures here plummet to a frigid minus 330 degrees Fahrenheit. So whether you're baked or frozen, Mercury offers a quick and painful end. Venus, often called Earth's sister planet. Similar in size, but trust me, that's where the similarities end. If there's one place you absolutely, positively don't want to visit without a top-of-the-line spacesuit, it's Venus. First, the atmosphere. Imagine a toxic cocktail of carbon dioxide and sulfuric acid. Not exactly what you'd call breathable, right? In fact, just one whiff of this noxious concoction and your lungs would shut down faster than a black hole swallows a star. But here's the kicker, you wouldn't even have time to suffocate. Why? Because the air pressure on Venus is 90 times higher than Earth's. And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, there's the surface temperature. A scorching 900 degrees Fahrenheit, Venus where death comes in threes. Now, for all you aspiring Martian colonists, I hate to break it to you, but Mars isn't exactly a walk in the park either. While it might be the most survivable planet in our solar system, outside of Earth of course, let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, the atmosphere. It's thin as a politician's promise and mostly carbon dioxide. So, while you might not explode or combust instantly, you definitely suffocate in less than a minute. And then there's the air pressure, or rather, the lack of it. At less than 1% of Earth's, your body fluids would start to boil away. But hey, there's a silver lining. You'd have a few precious moments before you blacked out from lack of oxygen. Maybe even long enough to post a selfie on Instagram. Wish you were here. Not. Alright, time to venture into the realm of the gas giants. First up, Jupiter, the big kahuna of our solar system. Now, here's the thing about gas giants. There's no solid surface to land on. It's just gas all the way down, baby. So imagine trying to land on Jupiter. You wouldn't. You just keep falling deeper and deeper into the planet's swirling, turbulent atmosphere. And as if that wasn't enough, as you fell deeper, the pressure would build and build until, crunch, you'd be squished into oblivion long before you ever reached anything resembling a solid core. Saturn, the ringed beauty of our solar system. It's a sight to behold, no doubt about it. But don't let its mesmerizing appearance fool you. Underneath those stunning rings lies a planet just as deadly as Jupiter. Like Jupiter, Saturn is a gas giant, which means no solid surface, just an endless abyss of swirling gas. So, admire Saturn from afar, my friends, but don't even think about getting too close. Now, let's head to the outer reaches of our solar system, where we encounter the ice giants, Uranus and Neptune. These planets are cold, dark, and shrouded in mystery. And guess what? They're just as inhospitable as their gas giant cousins. The atmospheres of Uranus and Neptune are mostly hydrogen and helium, with a dash of methane for that lovely blue hue. But here's the thing about methane. It's not exactly conducive to human life. The winds on these ice giants can reach speeds of up to 1,200 miles per hour. That's faster than the speed of sound. You'd be torn to shreds before you could say brr. And then there's the temperature. We're talking minus 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Instant ice sculpture, anyone? Finally, we arrive at the dwarf planet Pluto and its brethren in the Kuiper Belt, a region of icy bodies beyond Neptune. Now, Pluto might be small, but it's no less deadly than its larger planetary siblings. With a surface temperature of -400 degrees Fahrenheit, Pluto makes Antarctica look like a tropical paradise. You'd freeze solid faster than a popsicle in a deep freezer. And then there's the atmosphere, or rather, the lack thereof. So not only would you freeze to death, but you'd also suffocate in the process. It's a bleak end to be sure, but it's the reality of what awaits us in the frigid depths of our solar system. So, there you have it, folks. A cosmic journey through our solar system, exploring the many ways you'd meet your demise if you dared to venture out without your trusty spacesuit. From the crushing pressure of Venus to the frigid wasteland of Pluto, the universe is a dangerous place for a human without proper protection. So let's take care of our pale blue dot because it's the only home we've got.